This presentation covers the functionality of Edupack Enterprise Edition Guardian Portal.
To be able to access the portal, the Guardian must register on the portal. There are two possible options for registering on the portal. Option 1. The user can create a local account. Or Option 2. The user can create an external account, making use of either an existing Google or Microsoft account.
The user registers on the portal by selecting the Register New Account button.
The portal registration page will be displayed. It is also the same page that will be used to sign in on the system. The user now has three options to use for registering on the system. 1. Make use of a Microsoft account. 2. Make use of a Google account. Or thirdly, register making use of a new local account. For the purpose of this demonstration, the registration with a new local account will be covered first. When the user selects this option, the portal login page will be displayed.
The user needs to select the Click Here to Register link. The portal user registration page will be displayed. All fields need to be completed. When the user has completed all fields, the information will be submitted to the portal server for verification. A verification mail will be sent to the email address that was specified. It is thus important that the correct email address is specified during the registration process. When all information has been captured, the information is submitted to the portal server by selecting the Register button. Once the user has registered, the user account needs to be activated. An activation mail will be sent to the email address that was specified.
Should the registration process be successful, the system will give an indication thereof. The message also indicates that an activation mail will be sent to the user.
This is an example of the activation mail that will be received. The user account is activated by left-clicking on the Activate Now link. The system will give an indication that the verification process was successful. The next step for the user is to log on to the system and choose an educational institution. This is done by selecting the Login button.
The user needs to enroll to an institution. The list of institutions from which the user can select is displayed by starting to type in a part of the institution's name. For the purpose of this demonstration, the institution name that will be used is Demo School. The user selects the applicable institution by left-clicking on the Institution Radio button to the left of the institution name. The user enrolls to the institution by selecting the Next button.
There are different roles for which the user can apply. The different roles will be able to view different levels of information on the portal. The user must at least select one of the roles. Should the user not have active students in the selected institution, the Guardian role should be selected. This will enable the user to enroll new students. The use of the account holder and SGB roles is approved by the institution. This implies that the system administrator of the selected institution is responsible for the approval of these roles. Should the user be a guardian of a student that is registered on the Edupack Enterprise system, and the account role was selected, the user will be able to add the student account number. Should the user enter a valid account number, the account detail will be displayed. Additional accounts can be added. Once the accounts have been added, select the Next button. The system will give an indication that this process has been completed successfully. The user will now be able to log on to the portal. Return to the login page by selecting the Done button.
The user enters the selected login credentials, and then selects the Login button. When the user selects the Login option, the following error screen will be displayed. Although the user has registered on the parent portal, the profile still needs to be linked to an educational institution. The user links the profile to the applicable educational institution by closing the error screen.
The login screen will be displayed. The user now has the option to select an educational institution from the list of available institutions. Should the login be successful, the portal landing page will be displayed.
Should the user want to register on the portal, making use of either an Google or Microsoft account, the following procedure is followed. The registration process for the Google account and the Microsoft account is similar. For the purpose of this presentation, a Google account will be used.
When the Google account option is selected, the Google account page will be displayed. The user now has the option of making use of an existing Google account to register, or to create a new Google account. When the Google or Microsoft account is selected, the external account registration page will be displayed. The user needs to complete all fields, and then select the login button. The rest of the registration process is exactly the same as for the local account registration.
Should the landing page be opened, and the menu options are not displayed, the menu options are made visible by clicking on the hamburger button. When this is done, the list of available menu options will be displayed.
Menu options. The only menu options that will be active, should the user not have active students in the educational institution, which was selected during the enrollment process, will be new enrollments and About Us. This user will only be able to enroll new students in the selected educational institution. Should the user have active students in the educational institution, which was selected during the enrollment process, and the Guardian role was selected, the user will have access to all menu items except for the Accounts menu item. To get access to the account information, the user must have active students in the selected educational institution, and the user must apply for both the Guardian and account holder roles. The educational institution must approve the user access to the account information before the user will have access to the account information. Events. When this menu option is selected, the Events screen will be displayed. The user has the following options. Select specific resources, or display all resources. For this example, all resources have been selected. The user can display resources for a specific day, for a week, or for a timeline.
Student information. All active students that are linked to the specific Guardian is displayed by selecting the Student menu option. When this is done, all active students which are linked to the Guardian ID number that is currently logged onto the system, will be displayed. The student detail information is accessed by selecting the applicable student. This is done by clicking on the student name.
The following menu options will be displayed. Guardians, Absenteeism, Conduct, Subjects, Media, and Student Documents.
The Guardian information is viewed by selecting the Guardian menu option. The Guardians that are linked to the specific student will be displayed. The detail Guardian information is displayed by clicking on the particular Guardian. The Guardian's detail information will be displayed. The user can navigate back to the previous screen by clicking on the back button.
The student's absenteeism is viewed by selecting the Absenteeism menu option. All absenteeism records that have been registered for the selected student will be displayed. The user can navigate back to the previous screen by clicking on the back button.
The student's conduct is viewed by selecting the Conduct menu option. All conduct records that have been registered for the selected student will be displayed. The user can navigate back to the previous screen by clicking on the back button.
The student's subjects are viewed by selecting the Subjects menu option. All subjects that have been allocated to the selected student will be displayed. The term set up for a specific subject is displayed by left-clicking on the specific subject. The terms that were set up will be displayed. The user can now view the detail setups for a specific term by left-clicking on the term. When this is done, the detail setup screen will be displayed. Should the educator have captured the marks for the assessments, the marks will be displayed. The user can navigate back to the previous screen by clicking on the back button.
The media items that have been issued to the student is viewed by selecting the Media menu option. All media item records that have been registered for the selected student will be displayed. The user can navigate back to the previous screen by clicking on the back button.
The student's documents are viewed by selecting the Documents menu option. Documents that have been loaded on the Documentation tab on the student on the EduPack Enterprise Edition will be available to the Guardian. Only documents that have been set to be shown on the portal will be displayed. The institution thus decides which documents are available to the Guardian. For this example, only one document has been made available to the Guardians. The user can navigate back to the previous screen by clicking on the back button.
Account information. An account summary for all students that are linked to the current user will be displayed. The following information will be displayed: account name, contact person, email address, contact number, and the outstanding balance for the account.
Notifications. This menu option enables the Guardian to view notifications that were sent by the educational institution. When this option is selected, a list of notifications that have been sent by the educational institution will be displayed.
Educational institution document menu option. When the user selects this menu option, all documentation that was published to the portal by the selected educational institution will be displayed. The documentation is grouped according to the groups that were set up by the educational institution. Documents are downloaded by selecting the specific document, and then selecting the download link.
Gallery. The Guardian can view all galleries that have been created by the educational institution.
School information. The Guardian can view all contact information for the selected educational institution.
System settings. The Guardian can make use of this screen to select a different educational institution and change the language of the system.
New enrollments. This menu option enables the Guardian to enroll new students. When this menu option is selected, the new enrollment page will be displayed. All relevant detail information for the student as well as the Guardian is captured. The Guardian also has the functionality to upload and attach relevant documentation. This documentation could include a copy of the Guardian and student's identity documents, proof of residence, etc. The user makes use of the Student Documents option to upload multiple documents for the student. When all information has been captured, the information is submitted to the educational institution for approval.
System information. When this option is selected, the support screen will be displayed. The user can access the EduPack contact information by selecting the support option. The EduPack contact screen will be displayed. The user can send an email to the EduPack help desk by selecting the help desk email link.